Ready?
Yep.
Alrighty. Will Smith. You might know him from Hitch, Men in Black, or even my personal favorite, The Pursuit of Happiness. But after what took place Sunday night at the Oscars, you might know him for something different. Now, for those of you who have no clue what I'm talking about, or perhaps live under a rock, I'll elaborate. To be brief, Will and Jada Smith were in attendance at the Oscars Sunday night, as Will was expected to receive an award for Best Actor for his performance in Richard. Shoot, I lost my spot. But before he could receive his award, he had to listen to Chris Rock announce the winner for Best Documentary. While he was on stage, Rock said he was looking forward to Jada Smith, Will's wife, starring in G.I. Jane 2. That was when Will Smith delivered what most people call the slap heard around the world. As the room fell silent, Mr. Rock stayed cool, saying, quote, "Wow, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me." This was followed up by Mr. Smith's use of some colorful language to inform Mr. Rock that he shouldn't speak about his wife this way. And while it may seem that Will Smith just has a short temper, let's take a look at what exactly led up to this encounter. Now, what many would see as the initial spark of the conflict would be Mr. Rock's use of the term G.I. Jane, referring to Jada Smith. G.I. Jane being a movie released in 1997 starring a bald female lead. Now, while it may seem innocent enough, Mrs. Smith is in fact bald. Not by her own will, though. Mrs. Smith has unfortunately been battling with a disease called alopecia, a disease that makes the body attack its own hair follicles, causing hair loss. And fortunately, it wasn't the first time Mr. Rock had targeted Jada Smith. When Mr. Rock hosted the Academy Awards in 2016, he poked fun at Mrs. Smith's boycott of the award show, saying, "Jada, isn't she on a TV show? She wasn't even invited," to the crowd's laughter. Of course, like most people, Mr. Smith did not take too kindly to this comment. To make matters worse, this wasn't the only thing putting Will Smith on edge Sunday night. During 2021, Will and Jada Smith's marriage of 25 years had evolved into something beyond monogamy after Mrs. Smith's supposed affair with R&B singer August Alsina. The couple is quoted saying, "We have given each other trust and freedom with the belief that everybody has to find their own way," adding, "A marriage for us can't be a prison." As some might guess, this too has become the butt of so many tasteless jokes all throughout social media and in person. In fact, earlier that night, as host Regina Hall called up eligible Hollywood hunks on stage, she said, quote, "Will Smith, you're married, but you know what? You're on the list, and it looks like Jada approved you, so you get to come up here." For the past few years, they have repeatedly been dogged on by questions about their marriage, and according to sources, Will is, quote, fed up with it. Later that same night, Mr. Smith went on to take the stage to receive his award for Best Actor, where he issued an emotional apology saying, quote, I know what we do. You've got to be able to take abuse, and you've got to be able to have people talk crazy about you." He said, "In this business, you've got to be able to have people disrespecting you, and you've got to smile, and you've got to act like that's okay." He also later issued a more formal 160-word apology in which he stated that his actions were taken out of emotion and that they were neither acceptable nor inexcusable. As for potential legal consequences, Mr. Rock has not yet pressed any charges against Mr. Smith for something such as assault, but it has been reported that Mr. Smith's home was paid a visit by the LA County Sheriff's Department the morning after. All throughout social media, everyone seems to have their own opinion. Some either praising, scolding, or making light of Mr. Smith's actions. But that leaves the question, was Will morally justified in his actions, or does he deserve public shame and even legal consequences?